So you think you're going through hair loss or you're actually going through hair loss. What should you do now that you are having this problem? How do you actually address this problem? And I'm going to try to address this problem as quick as I can because I know there's tons of videos online about this already, but I feel like there's really no quick guide of steps to take. So the first step I would take is actually subscribing to other YouTubers that are already here on this platform, such as More Plates, More Dates, and The Hair Loss Show. The reason I recommend these channels is because they're way more educated than I ever could be, and they really go into depth about the scientific stuff, and they go into more depth about each topic that I'm going to consider right now. And I would recommend each one of you to actually go into more depth and research the products that I'm about to tell you to take, and do your own homework to find out whether it's worth the risk. So after that, I would recommend going to a dermatologist. If you're not quite so sure if you're going through hair loss, this is the best way to find out if you're actually going to be balding. So what basically they do is they cut off a piece of your scalp, and after they cut off a piece of your scalp, they send it to a lab to find out if you have any health issues or you actually have, your genes actually are bald. Step number 3. Sadly, if you're on this step, you're going to lose your hair. And there are ways to prevent it from getting worse and maybe recover. Scientifically, it's not really possible. Like if you already lost a lot of your hair, I'm sorry to say, but most likely you're not going to be able to recover it. There are some cases that people, get miraculous results, but that's rarely ever the case. So what do you do to prevent it? So the most number one medicine that we have up to date that's approved by FDA is Finasteride. You could also get Dustaride. I've heard that gives amazing results. It's a little bit stronger than Finasteride, but also because it's stronger, it's going to have stronger effects. But of course, there's people out there who really aren't going to get these effects. I haven't received these effects myself, but take it at your own risk. Make sure you do your own homework and find out whether it's worth the risk for you. Most dermatologists will have you take a blood exam to find out if you're able to take this medicine, because I guess some people are just not compatible from the start. So make sure you guys get that done. And yes, it will cost money. Finasteride is expensive, so I spend about $60 for 3 months supply of it. So it's not cheap. So just letting you guys know that this is basically the cost of it. Step number 4, obviously start your Finasteride journey. It would take about a year to actually see results. So far, I haven't really seen amazing results, but I know people out there who have great results. It just varies person to person, and this is pretty much the most you could ever do with your hair. Another thing, don't try to get doctors to try to convince you to do PRP treatments. I've done enough research to find out that there's not enough conclusive evidence out there to prove that PRP really does work and help you. And I know my dermatologist, the one that I went to, he was insisting for me to get it. He was telling me he gives me great results. And the good thing is that I've done my homework about it, so I could have easily been suckered into spending like thousands of dollars into this treatment that it doesn't really even give that much good results. It could work for you. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but there hasn't been enough conclusive evidence to say that this is a great solution. So don't get suckered into that. Instead, if you want to and you have the money, you think it's worth the risk, then definitely go for it. I don't see why you shouldn't. But for those of you who have not that much money like myself, and you want to find solutions that actually work, I would say that this one's too risky to actually take. Step number 5 is get in good health. And if you're smoking, you're drinking a lot of drugs, or you're drinking a lot, make sure you guys stop doing that stuff if you really want to save your hair. Make sure you guys exercise regularly and eat healthy, because you're trying to promote hair growth. This isn't going to stop your hair loss, but this will help significantly with the Finasteride, is to actually boost more hair growth. You have your hair healthier, thicker, and whatever hair that's on top of your head, you're trying to keep it. You're trying to maintain it. So the only way you're going to be able to do that is by eating healthy. Number 6 is try to start promoting hair growth. There's a lot of things that you could do to promote hair growth. There's derma rolling, the derma roller pen, microneedling. Those are things that I recommend that you should do that will promote hair growth and will promote more hair to grow, but it won't prevent hair loss, like I said before. So don't expect these products to just work all by themselves and save your hair, because that's never really the case. People online will post that these things have saved their hair, and I'm a bit skeptical because there hasn't been enough studies, and usually those pictures come randomly. You don't even know where they come from. An FDA product that is approved is Monoxidil. Now this product will for sure, for a lot of you, help promote a lot of hair growth and improve your thickness significantly. However, there are side effects, so make sure you guys do your research on that. And there's tons of other products out there you could try. I know there's lasers, laser caps you could try, scalp massages. And the reason I really don't promote those is because there hasn't been enough studies to actually scientifically prove that these things are for sure helping out. I know the Hair Loss Show has talked about the cap working a lot, but I've seen some people break down their studies that they did the research on, and it's not conclusive enough. So I would say do your own research, and if you guys think that buying that cap is really going to help you, and you think it's worth the $500 to $600, then try it out. Unfortunately, I don't have that kind of money to tell you guys whether it's good or not. So I would say that's up to you guys. And that's basically all the steps that you could really take to prevent hair loss. Unfortunately, there's really not much you could do about it right now. I would say that just try to stay on to current times to find out whether or not like there's products out there. There's new products coming out each day, and people are testing them to find out if they work or not. And make sure you do your own homework, and the side effects that could come with it. As for me, as you guys can see, it's hard to tell that I have hair loss, but I used to have a lot of hair. Like my hair used to be gorgeous, and now it's a lot thinner than it was before. I mean, it's not bad, but it's definitely not. It's a shadow of what it used to be. For me, I know if this continues and starts to get worse, I'm honestly considering getting a hair system, and that's something that if it does come down to it, I'm gonna start making videos about that because I feel like there's really not many videos about it. Like a lot of guys kind of hide it, and for me, I don't. I've gone bald before. I shaved my head because I didn't want to deal with all this medicine stuff and all this stress about it. But to be honest with you guys, I didn't like the bald look on me. Now the Bald Cafe is another YouTube channel that I kind of follow too, which is like people who are going bald. It's like a support group, and it kind of gives you tips on how to style yourself and what to do when you're bald. Because it's good to have a community to feel that you're not alone. So if you guys want to follow a group that is bald and you're recently going bald and you want to shave your head, that's a really good group. As for me, I don't like it. I feel like I look too gangsterish. I look too intimidating. I definitely got treated significantly different from when I actually have hair, and being bald, you're gonna get treated differently. It just depends on how you look. But I know I look intimidating, so I don't like it. So I'm gonna try to get a hair system, and if that ever happens, I'm gonna start making videos about it to inform you guys and educate you guys on the whole process and journey. I'm the barber myself, so I'm kind of familiar with the stuff that they do, but not obviously 100%. So I'm gonna keep you guys updated on that if that does happen. And make sure you guys subscribe, because I'm gonna talk a lot more about than hair loss. I'm gonna talk a lot about men's health products and things that you could do that most YouTubers don't want to talk about. So I think the next topic I'm going to talk about is that if you have dark armpits, what can you do about it? And that's something that I go through sometimes, and kind of still go through, but I've kind of managed to make it a lot better. But that's a video for a different day. So you guys stay tuned for that, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.